right, hello wine drinking people. Today is Wednesday, the 18th of September, and a lot of great wine drinking opportunities for you, our wine drinking people, coming up over the next couple months, man. We are really rocking the house in October. We got our cult wine tasting. We have got our Cheval Blanc event. We've got our Gaia and White Truffle events. And then, of course, November, a lot of great events, our big champagne tasting. We got the Symphony of the Americas, our big charity event, which, well, Symphony's not really charity. We're not feeding hungry people. But these starving artists need us to help fill in their payroll there. So we have things like a wonderful symphony. Our good friends Randy and Debbie are nice enough to help us out with this event every year. They send us a 3-liter bottle of their 2010 Reserve, which just scored 96 points in a Wine Spectator. Hey, guess what? That's the same score that Screaming Eagle got and Harlan Estate. And this wine is still a fraction of the cost of either of those wines. $135, $145 for the Reserve Cabernet from them. And like I said, scored the same as these wines that cost double, triple, quadruple the price. This is a wine that comes from some of the best vineyard sites in Napa Valley. Andy Beckstoffer's vineyard in Oakville, Pritchard Hill, Stagecoach, and a selection of some of the finest fruit coming from Napa Valley, blended to make this reserve wine every year. Only 1,000 some odd cases are produced of this wine in any given vintage, so a very small production. They only make about 10,000 cases. You know, I got on the Randy and Debbie bandwagon from day one. Actually, they came to see me at Cafe Max, and they were working with Oakville Ranch Winery. They started that with Bob Miner, and I don't want to say I blew them off, but they didn't have an appointment. They came up to the bar, and I said, hey, sorry, guys, you don't have an appointment. I'm really busy. Let's hit the road. And they were nice enough to send me a card that year, and we became friends. Randy and Debbie used to stop by the restaurant, their first stop by, and, you know, Randy sometimes would come by himself, and he would line up every glass that we had by the glass on the bar and say, don't tell me what they are, and proceed to tell me what each and every wine was. And that was quite impressive, but even more impressive, he drank every single glass of wine on the bar. For the end of the night, a lot of good times had behind the bar, and we just had a great time celebrating their 20th anniversary last year. Thanks, Randy and Debbie, for inviting me out. What a great time. And, you know, these guys still making some of the top wines in Napa, even their rosé, which you got to look at the back of the bottle to see what any of these are. They all got just a standard L in the front, and I said, you know, this would be a good wine if we ever make it big here, the Wine Watch, to Lewis Cellars. Just switch right over. Well, you know, they've got the next generation involved. Alecs and Masons, the grandkids, they've got their names on the wine. Dennis is now also helping out with sales, and a nice small family-run winery. They bought the old Etude winery. They now have a home, and I don't think they have any vineyards. Not a grape, but still, these guys have sniffed out some of the top vineyards. Dutton Ranch for their Chardonnays, the Syrah wines they make. I took their Syrah to a Bring Your Best Bottle of Syrah tasting after recommending it to 4 or 5 people that came in and asked for recommendations. And you know what they said? Do you have anything better? Which means more expensive. And this wine's not cheap, but it is one of the best Syrahs at any price you will find in California. Just like everything else from Lewis Cellars, these guys are meticulous. If they put an L on the bottle, you don't have to worry about the fact that 2011 was not a great vintage. You can bet these are going to be some of the best wines from 2011. This is the current release that we have got, and then the 2012 in the whites, the Chardonnays. And Wine Watch is one of the few places you can find all of these wines. We get the Vin Gris, the Rosé. We're the only account that has that. We get Merlot, 1 case a year, but still, I want to try everything that these guys make. And like I said, they become good friends over the years. So check it out. Everything we have got in the store and all the new releases from Lewis Cellars. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying, remember, always drink the good stuff first.